They stuck me in the moldy basement by the dumpsters and laughed when I asked for towels. They called me the maid. What they didn't know: I was the owner of the entire ski resort, a broken bar, and their arrogance would cost them everything. This is the story of how I turned quiet humiliation into a cold, unforgettable. If you've ever been underestimated, disrespected, or made to feel small, this story is for you. Hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready for a revenge story so satisfying a broken bar you might want to play it twice. Family reunions are supposed to be about laughter, warmth, and connection. But in my case, they've always been about something else. Control. Judgment. Subtle jabs hidden in fake smiles. So when my extended family invited me on a ski trip to Colorado, I didn't jump with excitement. I hesitated. You see, I wasn't exactly the favorite. I was the quiet one. The odd job cousin. The one who never bragged, never flexed wealth, never posted about vacations or handbags or promotions. They assumed I was still stuck in that tiny studio apartment I had years ago. But they had no idea what had changed. I arrived a day earlier on purpose. I wanted to see how the staff was treating my family before I showed my face. See, I owned that resort. I bought it under a holding company name after I fell in love with its views during a business retreat. I'm the sole investor behind one of the most exclusive ski properties in the state. But my family? They didn't know. Not yet. So I watched from the VIP suite. Observed. Took mental notes. And when the rest of the group arrived the next day, I walked up quietly to greet them. That's when my cousin Dana, she's always been the queen bee, wrinkled her nose the moment she saw me. "Oh, a broken bar, you made it," she said, glancing at my non-branded winter coat. "We weren't sure if you'd be able to afford it." My aunt whispered something behind her hand. My uncle didn't even greet me, just asked, "You driving Uber now, or a broken bar?" I forced a smile and said nothing. Then they handed out the room keys. Everyone got upper-level rooms with mountain views. Me? They gave me a rusty old key to the side lodge. A section that hadn't been updated yet. Near the dumpsters. I walked in and was instantly hit with a musty smell. Mold on the walls. Broken heater. A single, stained cot. No apology. No effort to fix it. In fact, when I asked Dana if there'd been a mistake, she snorted and said, "You're lucky you're even here, babe. This place isn't exactly budget friendly." The next morning, I woke early, walked through the main lodge to grab coffee. One of the staff members who didn't recognize me in my guest mode gear saw me carrying some towels and mumbled under his breath, "Maid should be using the service entrance." I froze. Maid? And before I could respond, I overheard Dana talking to one of the other guests. She probably begged the staff for a room. She's always been a broken bar desperate. I felt it in my chest, tight and hot. Not because of the insult, but because they really believed it. And that's when I made a decision. No more silence. No more turning the other cheek. That night, I called a meeting with the entire staff of managers, cleaning crew, chefs, reception. I revealed my identity. I was their employer. The majority shareholder. The owner. Mouths dropped. But I wasn't there to scream. I wasn't even angry. I was surgical. I gave them 3 instructions. Treat my relatives like every other guest until I said otherwise. Let them book spa treatments, order wine, and rack up tabs for broken bar, but don't take payment. Charge it all to the main room. Reserve the presidential suit from me starting tomorrow morning. Then I waited. The next morning, I arrived in the main lobby fully dressed in branded resort gear, clipboard in hand. Dana was there, trying to get the spa to upgrade her massage. "I'm sorry," the receptionist said, "that suite has been reallocated by the owner." Dana rolled her eyes. "Let me speak to him." I stepped forward. "You already are." She looked confused, then laughed like I was making a joke. But the manager beside me said, "Ma'am, this is Miss Bennett. She owns this property." Dana's fascia broken bar went pale. My uncle stuttered. My aunt looked like she might faint. I turned to the same staff member who called me the maid. "How's the service entrance today?" I asked calmly. He went beet red and apologized instantly. But I wasn't done. "I've covered all your bills so far. Every meal, every spa service, every wine bottle you popped open without thinking. That ends today." Then I turned to the front desk. "Please transfer all charges moving forward to their personal cards. And make sure the side lodge gets deep cleaned. I'll be needing that for staff quarters next week." The rest of the trip? Dead silent. My family avoided me like I was radioactive. No more smug smiles. No more comments about budget travel. Dana tried to apologize. I accepted Ida broken bar politely. But I never smiled. And when I left the resort on the final day, I took the elevator to the rooftop, stood there in the snow, and just a broken bar breathed. Because revenge doesn't always need fire. Sometimes, cold silence is enough. The look on Dana's fascia realizing the maid she humiliated owned the place she was bragging about was better than any insult I could have thrown. I didn't scream. I didn't punish them with words. I simply let them feel the weight of their assumptions a broken bar and walked away like a queen. There's something powerful about being underestimated. Because when people think you're nothing a broken bar, they'll never see you coming. And sometimes, the best revenge is just letting them choke on their own arrogance. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button and tell us in the comments, what's the pettiest or most satisfying revenge you've ever witnessed? And for more stories that serve cold, sweet just I see a broken bar, subscribe. Keep watching.